Welcome back to the 27th running of the Dakar Rally. It's a rest day today, the bivouac hold station. In the two-wheel class, Italian Fabrizio Mioni continues to lead overall, but only just. Car leader Stefan Pederhansel has a major engine overhaul after limping in last night. Just a quick look back at what happened yesterday from the stage Tajika to here in Attar. A couple of quad bikers here and getting a bit of Heath Robinson engineering in the middle of the desert. What are they doing? The answer is they're trying to get this quad off the ground so that they can alter the suspension. And they need to have the suspension hanging freely before they can alter it. Otherwise, as the rider says, the suspension was too hard and it was going to really hurt the chassis, really maybe even bend it, so we've had to opt to alter it this way. Eventually they did get it all sorted and they continued on their way. Another little story about this pair. The leading quad said that he had to keep going back regularly into the evening because the other biker kept falling asleep. He did it 4 times, just fell asleep literally at the wheel. Other bikers running into trouble, as is always been the case over the last couple of days. This German rider saying my bike has stopped about 10 times. I've got no battery left either, so I've been looking for other bikers to help me with some jump leads, but every time I do that, they seem to just burn and frazzle up. Something's wrong. Deep into Mauritania, this bowler crew having problems with the rear end. As you can see, he's got all parts of the diff out on the magnets of the plug there. He says this was broken in the diff, so we drove in two-wheel drive and we hope that there are not going to be any further problems, but we're in trouble now. We can only hope that someone else can stop and help us with another rear axle. It's not good at all.
Pour les Hollandais ou les Belges s'arrêtent pour nous filer un peu arrière. S'ils nous filent pas, on est dans la merde.
So then, today's stage, well, there isn't one. It's a rest day here on the Telefonica Dakar 2005. We stay in Attar. A welcome day's rest for everybody concerned. Well, it was a rest day for the competitors, but certainly not the mechanics or even the privateers who have to work on their own bikes themselves. Many of the privateers utilising the precious time. But there wasn't a rest day for the organisers of the Dakar. Here's Fabrizio Mioni. He was well revved up after drifting off the main rally route, went en route to Tichit. Organisers gave him a penalty of 5 minutes. Patrick Zanaroli saying the rule is the same for all rally raids. It says you're not allowed to stray more than 3.3 kilometres either side of a straight line between each point on the route. We've had the rule for years, but we really couldn't control it. Now we've got the GPS though, and we can check on people. With Mioni, the route was curved and he cut the corner. Not on purpose, but it was very difficult out there in the sandstorm, and we're sure that he gained some time. The officials decided to give everybody a 5-minute time penalty every time they broke the rule. Mioni was still revving. He says it's very difficult to respect this rule because it's not a good rule in my view. It changes the spirit of rally raiding and I don't feel good with that. Navigation has to be crucial in rally raiding. It's better to take risks out there in the desert, and that's why I don't like this penalty. At lunch today, though, things again changed at the head of the field after all of the riders dug their heels in. Zanaroli saying the judges have decided to reduce the penalties. Riders who went outside the corridor 2 days ago now have a 1-minute penalty, not 5, for every time they strayed off route. So therefore, Mione still leads, but only by 55 seconds ahead of Dupre, Coma, Cox and Esteve Puyol. Still in with a shout, only 8 minutes behind. Palanzas Ulavaceta ahead of Fretigny. Andy Caldicott has been given 17 minutes penalty for speeding through a village a couple of days ago. He's ahead of Sala. Then outside the top 10, to Azevedo, Kellen Walsh, Chako, Dabrowski and Jean Brucy. DTM are dominant as it